Alright guys, please leave a comment and let me know which Taiwan you're from according to this map. Hey guys, yeah, another finger here on YouTube. So today I'm going to be reacting to the West Taiwan meme. So if you didn't know, it's basically just a bunch of people going around calling China West Taiwan. So I especially got a lot of these comments calling China West Taiwan under my social credit meme video, which I personally find really funny. Now apparently there is a group of Taiwanese people who are saying that they find this meme offensive, which I'm going to get into more details later in the videos of their reasonings. But personally, after reading through some of the points that they made, although I do see where they're coming from, I am not convinced to hold the same opinion against this meme. So all I'm saying is that as much as this meme is not welcome on this subreddit, I don't really have a problem if you want to keep making this joke in the comments under my video, so please feel free to do whatever you want. So without further ado, let's move on to this first meme, which shows how the president from both sides would be reacting to this meme. Now, I always find it really funny when someone put our president in the meme. Personally, I think she's quite a memeable person. I don't know why, but she does give out that vibe. As for this Xi Jinping one, I would say that I kind of prefer the Taiwanese version of this meme. So basically what we would do here is that we would put a picture of something offensive to the Chinese government, and then we will put a picture of Xi Jinping saying something like, "You shall be sent to the re-education camp in Xinjiang," which I personally just find extremely funny. Taiwan, you mean China. China, you mean West Taiwan. So I guess a huge part of why this becomes a meme is that China has always claimed that Taiwan is a part of China, and they're always getting offended over absolutely nothing when it comes to Taiwan, so that now people are kind of doing this reverse thing where they call China West Taiwan to kind of trigger them even more, and at the same time making fun of how ridiculous their obsession is with Taiwan. What I also find interesting is that we do have kind of a saying joke in Taiwan. So at least when I was a kid, you always hear this joke from the adults where they would say, instead of Taiwan is a part of China, China is a part of Taiwan. So it's pretty funny for me to see that after 20 years, there's this huge international meme basically telling the same joke as this one we used to have in Taiwan. According to China, Taiwan and China are one country, so we can call China West Taiwan. I mean, love him or hate him, he's speaking straight fact. Next, we have this shirt that is an actual merch which you can buy on Amazon. So it just says West Taiwan, and I really like how they're making Taiwan so big. So the island itself on the map is actually not that big, and I also love how they're emphasizing the word Hong Kong. I've been seeing this shirt everywhere. I'm actually wondering if there's a lot of people buying them, and also if you wear this shirt to China, do you get arrested? I'm super curious to know. So now it's not just West Taiwan, literally the entire world are just different versions of Taiwan. Alright guys, please leave a comment and let me know which Taiwan you're from according to this map. Next, we have this game that puts West Taiwan in the map of their advertisement. If I remember it correctly, it is a German game or German game developer. So I guess they never have the plan to sell this game in China. And just look at how many angry emojis there are. It's so crazy. Moving on to the next meme. CCP getting mad at people recognizing Taiwan as a country. Me trying to understand why West Taiwan is mad. That is literally me. I'm always so confused. Like, of course, as a Taiwanese person, I can fully understand why Taiwan might want to be recognized as a country worldwide. And on the other hand, I can also understand the motivation behind USA, where they're really trying to keep the status quo, so they're not letting Taiwan become a part of China, but at the same time, they're not letting Taiwan to become fully independent. I can totally understand the vested interest behind them and the motivations, but one thing I never really understand is why CCP is just so obsessed with Taiwan. Like, it's just an island and it's so small, and I don't think I've ever heard any good explanation on this that is logical enough for me to make it make sense. So I'm still really confused as this cat. So this is the final meme we have today, which is also a cat meme. Teacher, what's the closest country to Taiwan? Me, China. Teacher, then why did you wrote West Taiwan? I guess this is for all of you who are calling China West Taiwan in the comments, but please don't actually write it in your geography class though, you might be sent to the re-education camp. So now, as always, I'm going to move on to talk about some of my final thoughts on this meme. So as I've said several times already, I like this meme, I do find this meme funny, and I'm actually super glad as well to see this meme becoming the thing, because essentially this is a meme making fun of how China is always using some very extreme methods to force other people to say Taiwan is a part of China, and then get super offended at just the mention of the word Taiwan, even though most of the time it's without any implication behind it. When it comes to this, I did have several quite unpleasant experiences. Like nowadays I feel like it's so difficult to go around trying to introduce yourself saying you're from Taiwan without having some very radical Chinese person in the group immediately jumping out and trying to fight you, trying to have a debate with you, even though that wasn't even a political statement. Like, I'm not even here to try to talk about politics in the first place. So it's just super annoying. As a person from Taiwan, you'll get this harassment all the time. Like right now I'm taking this online German course where every time the teacher and the students are all different. So at the beginning of the class we would always have to do this self-introductions, so naturally I would say my name and then say that I'm from Taiwan, and oftentimes when there's a Chinese student in a class, they would sometimes just get offended and then again trying to debate me, trying to fight me. But here's the thing, when I say I'm from Taiwan, it literally just means I am from Taiwan without trying to imply whether Taiwan is a country or not. But I swear I just cannot focus on my study when I constantly have to deal with these people trying to get me. But thanks to them, I've learned how to explain the very complicated relationship and history between China and Taiwan briefly in German. I've prepared it just in case if someone ever crossed the line and I would have to defend myself. And I have once shared this speech in class and the teacher was super impressed. So anyway, that's basically how it is, and it used to also feel like nobody else cares, like nobody's on our side and we're always left alone to have to deal with it ourselves. But to now see this meme everywhere, it definitely feels like indeed a lot of foreigners are also seeing this, and even some of them are finding it as ridiculous as we do. So this meme definitely makes me feel like at least now someone is finally on our side, and it definitely is a good feeling. But that's definitely just my personal opinion, because on the Taiwan subreddits, a lot of Taiwanese people have come out and said that they feel offended by this meme for the reason that this meme kind of implies unification and claiming that Taiwan and China are the same no matter which one is a part of another. Now, although I do see where they're coming from, I can agree with it because I know that this is not what the meme is all about. I think my opinion is the closest to this comment that says, I think people are just trying to show that it is ridiculous to call another country part of yours. China's attempt to do so is just as ridiculous as calling China West Taiwan. So kind of like trying to give them a taste of their own medicine. On the other hand, as I said, I can fully understand where they're coming from, and I also want to clear out this misconception that I've seen a lot of people seem to have in the comments under my videos, that people seem to still think that Taiwan still wants to take back China and want unification under the role of the Republic of China, which is just completely false. Like, first of all, the chance of that ever happening is very close to zero. We're not delusional, so we understand this reality more than anybody else. And so this whole taking back China thing has already completely been abandoned like decades ago. And secondly, indeed a lot of people here have already developed this self-identification that we are from Taiwan and we are the Taiwanese people. So a lot of people nowadays would just want to be recognized as a country separated from China, since we are already independent, separated from China, and hope that people would understand there are indeed differences between Taiwan and China. For instance, our democracy and our freedom of speech and freedom to do almost anything. And on top of that, some unique things about Taiwan that we have developed on our own that is outside the Chinese culture circle since we separated from China. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did, and please subscribe for more content and memes about Taiwan. Please also consider joining my Patreon member. I actually make one additional video over there that is only exclusive for Patreon members, and I've just posted my first video for this month, so if you go ahead and join right now, you'll already be able to watch it. On top of that, I also make 2 additional posts about Taiwan each month that I'm not going to share anywhere else, and you'll also be able to vote for what video I make in the next month, which is pretty cool. So if you'd like to check it out, it'll be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.